Okay, I'm going to speak a little bit on the phrase own it. To me, owning something is owning from the beginning to the end. There's no excuses in between. It's your baby. You own it. You execute it from start to finish. I'm gonna speak a little bit about a lot of owning something to me, and where this came up with me is owning your schedule, owning your job, owning your neighborhood. Very important to me. Something I try to do is just some simple task of what I do on a day to day. Just like if you were to go to work and let's say you worked in a kitchen. When you go to the kitchen, you have to sweep, you have to mop, you have to organize certain shelves. You got a duty list of things you do. That's what I think gives me my success, is coming to the neighborhood and I actually have a plan in front of me. I don't just pull in here and keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best, and just kind of run around and do whatever that day. It's I have a lot of things. I think a lot of this job, because this is a high stress job, it's a very fast job. A lot of moving parts and pieces, a lot of people to make happy, a lot of things to execute daily. So it's very important for me to keep your mind in the right spot, and your mind not be overloaded. I think if you're stressed out, you're overloaded. I don't think you make the right decisions. To me, I'm always trying to be clicking. I'm always trying to move fast. I use the word mojo. I have my mojo today. So just really clicking and staying on top of things. I think there's a lot of things that can help with that to keep your mind straight. For an example, if I wake up and I have more than 50 emails, if I'm trying to do my job and I have more than 50 emails, I already feel behind. If I feel behind, I'm really not executing or performing at the best that I can perform. So really, I'm going to stop, get all my emails down below 50. It's a lot of planning, on everything else that you're doing. It's if my schedules are not confirmed, I'm behind. Again, I'm not making good decisions on the fly as I'm going about my day. So it's really making sure I try to make everything simple, stupid as possible. Life's not easy. Job's not easy. If it was, everybody'd be doing it. It is a tough job. You can make it a lot easier on yourself by just doing some simple things. And it's, again, me maintaining emails. This is what works for me. Me maintaining emails, so I'm not opening it up and looking at a screen with 2,000 to 3,000 emails. I always have below 50 emails. If I don't, like I said, I stop and execute them, get them done. I own my email. Same thing with scheduling. Same thing with my job sites. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about owning your schedule. Scheduling to me is the foundation of our job. If we do these certain things as you come to the neighborhood and you have a plan of certain things that you do all these things, everything else really falls into place. Scheduling is huge. Owning your schedule from start to finish. Me, myself, I've kind of got an example of my schedules here. I am a little old school. I don't know any other way really to do this. I've tried other ways. For me, this is the most efficient way. So I schedule 2 times in my job. Here in Indianapolis, we do have a turnkey operation on our foundation. So basically, to me, what triggers my entire schedule is the underslab plumbing date. So once I dig a home, I'm in communication every single day with my foundation guy. And basically, hey, when is my underslab plumbing date going to be? Once I get that date, I can handwrite out the entire job from underslab plumbing to finish. 98% of the time, that date is not going to move at the end. I do know we've went through some rough market, trade partner issues, things like that. So I'm not saying any of the, I have had to move some things, but I don't think I've had to quite as much because of the way that I execute and the way that I do my job on a daily basis. So, once I get my underslab plumbing date, I write the entire schedule out. Basically, to me, and on Sapphire, you're not confirming now, but to me, I still kind of have the confirm mentality in my head from, Connect to Build and using Fisher apps for years. So, to me, once I get to underslab plumbing date, from that point, again, I'm writing out the entire schedule. I'm basically confirming the front end of the schedule till rough and inspection. All that stuff is locked into me, and it's really not going to move. Once he gives me that date and I schedule everything, it doesn't mean that I just wash my hands of that job and I'm done. I still communicating with my foundation guy at least every other day, if not every day. Hey, are we staying on track? Remember, our plumbing date is this date. Cool. Okay, we're on track. Hey, I see weather coming in. It's just a communication. It's owning that task. It's owning that activity. It's owning your schedule. As I'm doing that, I'm also creating a great relationship with my trade partner because I'm communicating with him. I am talking to him on a daily, if not every other day type of basis. I really do that all the way through my entire schedule. I'm going to go ahead and it's just really taking that extra step. Do you have to? You don't. To me, the way that I perform on a job is I want to be the best at what I do every single day. So I'm going to try to do something that's out of the norm that everybody else isn't going to do. I'm going to try to just overperform. It's kind of just how I'm wired. You don't necessarily have to call the lumber guy and let him know the job's going to be ready, but I may do that. There's certain people that I don't have to do that with. However, let's say we start framing, I'm going to communicate with the framer through that process. Hey, guys, lumber's on site. We are ready to go. This is our door and window date. This is when our HVAC contractor starts. And I'm going to send him friendly reminders through the process. A couple days in, hey, friendly reminder, are we still on track? I know we have rain. I know we have this. Communication. Thanks for the shortage. It should be out tomorrow, but it's over communicating. Lots of times I'll just do this by an email, but it's still over communicating. I communicate in every aspect that I can. If I can't get a hold of somebody on email, I'm going to call them. I also call people and talk to people constantly, all day long. Again, it's relationship building. So a lot of my success comes from relationships that I've built through the years. And it's me, again, owning and executing. My goal is always to have my jobs 110% ready. All the trade partners that know me and know how I work, they know exactly that's what's going to happen. I want trade partners. I don't want just the bosses to know. I want the workers that wake up in the morning to go, hey, I'm coming to Brian's neighborhood. This job is going to be ready. I'm going to make money today. Everybody's out here to make money. Of course, trying to enjoy your job is great as well. End of the day, everybody needs to make money and survive. So the communications, the relationships, the phone calls, the texts, the emails, over communicate constantly. If you really just had to simply send an email to get something done, I think we could all, we probably have half our staff. We could probably all sit at home and watch Scooby-Doo and just shoot emails out all day long. And if you shot an email and everything just got done, this job would just be easy. We really wouldn't even necessarily need a job. So it's again, building relationships, being in the work, owning what you do on a day-to-day, and kind of laying out a plan for yourself. I lay out my job simple, stupid. Like I said, as far as scheduling, I schedule 2 times in my job, honestly. When I get done under slab plumbing date, I confirm all the way till rough and inspection. Once I hang drywall, I confirm all the way till the final clean, walkthrough, and closing. And that is just simply staying on top of your schedule. It's not like you write your schedule and you don't communicate. You know where your problems are. You know who you need to over communicate with. You know who you don't. But again, it's owning it, staying on top of people. You don't have to treat people badly. Treat people with respect. Treat them how you want to be treated. Early in my career, I probably had more of an ego and control thing, and maybe I did treat people how I feel like now when I look back a little bit incorrectly. I treat people a lot different now in the last 10 years, say. And it's kind of dictated a little bit by the market too, but treating people right, making sure your job is ready, put yourself in a trade partner's shoes on how you want to be talked to, how you want to be communicated with. But I could tell you if I'm over communicating to somebody, we got 5 HVAC jobs on for tomorrow, and I've communicated, hey, my job's ready. I've also built a relationship with these guys. You know, I'm probably going to go first in line with that. Am I going to get the best crews? I'll probably get the best crews. Um, these are all things that make my job easy, and again, I set it up to be a simple, stupid type of practice. I'm not, the smartest guy in the world. This job can be a whole lot harder. But if I lay my job out and what I do in the most simplest, easiest way to execute it, it's a lot easier to perform on a day-to-day basis. So again, really for me, what I do is keeping emails less than 50. That's great. I'm never on a hit list for a late VPO. I keep my emails below 50. I star all my VPOs. I have a file for every folder, or a folder for every job, a file. So I'm gonna filter things into there. I'm always gonna keep, again, emails below 50. Scheduling, I'm gonna do the same thing every single time. It's repetition. The same thing every single time. I'm gonna schedule twice. The reason why I do that, I don't want to be in my schedule every single day moving things. To me, this goes back to your mindset as well. If I'm in my schedule every single day, constantly, oh God, I got to move this, I got to move this, I got to move this. My brain is getting stressed. People are also seeing me move things. They're talking, gosh, this guy always moving jobs. It's never going to be ready. You kind of get a reputation of that. It reflects people's attitudes on your jobs. It reflects your attitude. It reflects your mindset. The whole goal to this is to keep your stress levels down. Have fun. I have a great time at work. I have a blast at work. I enjoy coming out here. I love my job. I love performing, kind of, I don't know if I want to say controlling this chaos. You can create an atmosphere that's not chaotic. I've had trade partners come to me and say, hey Brian, when I come to your job, there's a whole different feeling on your job. Your job is relaxed and calm. And when I go to a lot of other jobs, it may be hectic, and it affects their mindset. It affects the workers' mindsets. These come from people that work on my job sites. They don't want to come work just like me or you. We don't want to come to work and work in a hectic environment. You want to be in the calmest, more organized environment. So really, by doing the schedules the way that I do them, over communicating schedules, building the relationships, and executing what I have planned, gives me that type of environment for myself and for my trade partners. As far as customers, it's over communicating. Me, myself, I personally, I don't do a lot of emails with customers. I do know that is probably the recommended way to communicate. To me, I'm more of a personal person. I want to talk to you. I'm going to build a relationship with all my customers. I'm going to communicate with them via phone and have conversations with people. I think a lot, the world has changed a lot in the last, 10, 20 years, but everybody seems to want to just hide behind an email. It takes a whole lot more time. I don't think that emails are, depending on your state of mind, again, during the day, how they're taken, how they're sent. I think they could be, taken in a different way than what was meant. So, me, again, I like to just over communicate. I like to call people on the telephone. So, staying on top of that, and it's really just staying bits and parts on everything. And I'm good at, with my assistants, it's delegating to them. I expect certain things, and they know what I expect from them. I'm going to be real honest with you, and I am going to lay it out and let you know if you're failing at your job. I'm going to let you know what you can do to be better at your job. Kind of break you down and build you up at the same time. But it's creating that environment that is not a crazy, stressed environment. I mean, we've all heard, I've said it, Craig said it, where you're out here in a clown suit putting out fires. What happens on that, a lot of people come to work, I think, and they don't have a plan, they don't execute. And what happens is you come to work and you bust your butt all day long. But what you did is you kind of pulled in the neighborhood, you ran to all the fires, you ran to where everybody else needed you to do your